The state cross country championships are this Saturday in Cheyenne at the Little America Golf Course. It's the third straight year in the capital city, second straight year for this course rather. And I'm pleased to be joined by Cheyenne East head coach Becky Fournier. And coach, thanks so much for taking a few minutes here and just talk a little bit about. I know you don't necessarily specifically host this; it's kind of a whole AD coach working out for all
Yeah.
three high schools there in Cheyenne. But I got to ask you, how much of a benefit is this to have in your town? But also at the same time, what's that kind of balance between hosting and being at home, but still also hosting and having to work a little extra?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, it's a funny balance. We love having it at home. Of course, it's nice to sleep in your own bed, not be on a bus for 5 to 7 hours, not have to wonder about weather in October and all of those things, which all of the rest of the teams in the state have to do. Um, and that does add some complications to the other teams' travel. I mean, we're lucky in that way. But sometimes our kids get a little like it doesn't feel special or it doesn't feel like a big state meet. So it was fun going up to Sheridan last week for the conference meet so that we could kind of like have the overnight trip, get on the bus, like decorate, do the dinner, all of those things that they haven't gotten to do for the last few years. But it's nice for the state to be able to just chill at home.
Yeah, it certainly is a lot of work to put together a state championship. Course is the same, Little
Yep.
America Golf Course for the second straight year. And I know that you see that in the regular season, but describe this course and just what runners will be going up against, I guess, just from a course perspective this weekend.
Yeah, it's challenging. It's true cross country. It's not as a fast course. It's not a speedy course. Lots of different changes in terrain, and there's three big hills, and everybody kind of knows that all well. But so they'll start off in the prairie in the wind, and just kind of do a loop around the prairie, just some good Wyoming running, and then they get on the golf course a little bit and kind of go around some longer rough, some longer grass, and then we come back up onto the fairways. And they get a good big hill there. It's about a 60-foot climb and not that much of a run. So it's pretty steep. And then they come off of that, go back down another fairway, come up a longer, less steep hill, and then they run around the prairie again and do the whole thing again. And that last hill hits just at about you crest it with about 600 meters to go. It's about 800 meters to go in the race, and it will challenge even the best runners in the state for sure.
Obviously, you got a defending champion that you
Yeah.
coach in Maggie Madsen. Talk a little bit about the 4A field and just individually who you look at, maybe some teams that you look at specifically in 4A to kind of watch this weekend.
Yeah, on the girls' side, I mean, Maggie is doing really well. She's kind of been struggling with an injury off and on throughout the season, so we didn't run her at conference. Just the risk reward ratio wasn't really worth it, but she's feeling good this week and she'll be running. I know she's a little nervous about what her racing fitness looks like, but we'll find out. Um, so that'll be fun to see her get back out there and run on a course that she really loves, and she loves running at the state meet. So that'll be good. And then behind her, we have a slew of Central and Laramie girls. Um, and then there's a couple other girls that might sneak in there from Sheridan and Lexi Longhurst from Kelly Walsh. But Central's girls team is maybe one of the strongest girls teams I've ever seen. If they're all healthy and they're all on all cylinders, it's good. They're gonna do something pretty special. But Laramie all year has been trying to close that gap and get some girls in between, and they're running really well too. So I think that'll be fun. And then third through sixth or seventh is all pretty close.
Okay.
Um, so that'll be just a great race to watch, see who has it on the day,
Yeah.
and it'll be a good competition. Then on the
What about
boys'
boys
side,
wise? Yeah.
the boys' side is interesting because you have Sheridan and Star Valley out there. Um,
Haven't seen each other all year.
yeah, they're both running great. It's hard to tell because they don't race head to head ever, being on opposite sides of the state. That's one of the greatest things about the state track meet is we don't see each other a lot, unlike some other team sports. So state's the first time that everybody really comes together. We all compete out of state, whatever's closest, whatever good races we can get. And so when we all come back together, it's interesting to see who really has what it takes on the day. But both teams look great. They both have a lot of fast kids, and they're both running really well. And then East might we might do something. I don't know.
You never know. Yeah,
We
you're right
might sneak in
there.
there. We have a really, really good team that's full of juniors and seniors that have been working towards this moment for 3 or 4 years, and they're pretty excited about it, and they're all running well too. And then you have a couple good individuals. Race morale's always going to be good. It'll be fun to see him and Colton Cranny and Eli and from Sheridan and some really fast freshmen this year.
Yeah.
So it's kind of all up in the air on the boys' side too, but it'll be a good race.
Lastly, I know you don't know a ton about 3A, 2A, but what would be some advice you give those coaches and student athletes if you had to give them any sort of tip going into state?
I think not trying to do anything new or special or harder or better than what they've ever done before. Just try to be at their best in each moment of the race and confident coming in that if they just do what they've been doing all season, that they'll be okay. Everybody's seen the course now, like you said, with the Wyoming invite and last year. And so hopefully everybody's trained for that terrain and those hills. And it's going to be a nice day. So there could be some really good performances. But I'd say just try to not mess with anything too much. All
Well, Becky, thank you so much for some time and taking a little look at the state cross country championships, and we'll see you on Saturday.
right. Sounds good. See you out there.